As you already know, we are going to use Alibaba site a lot. I have been using the site for almost 10 years. Nothing has changed yet. I'm still gonna use it. I think that's the best site for sourcing products from China. Now, in order to use the site, you need an account, and you can register quite easily. You don't need to provide real information, especially phone number, because you don't want to get calls in the middle of the night from someone you don't know. And when you have an account, you can start sending emails and getting answers and filling your Excel sheet. I will show you how to do that in a moment. I am pretty sure you'll have lots of products you want to order from China, but I will take one just for example, and it will be the product I known for years. It's called GPS tracker. I never sold this product before because I didn't like it. I mean, like, I have nothing against the product, but I just didn't want to sell it. In order to find suppliers, you just need to type keywords that describe the product. It is as simple as that. You don't need to do anything else. So if you type GPS tracker right here, you'll get a bunch of listings. And Alibaba is similar to eBay. But instead of contacting sellers or companies that do retail business, we are going to contact companies that want to do B2B or business to business, and they don't want to deal with end users. They want to do business. Now then, let me show you how I do it. Let's say we have one particular model in mind, and let's say it is this TK102, right? So what I want to do is open each listening right here. Okay, and okay, so we have 3, right? 1, 2, 3. What I'm gonna do now is copy and paste the company name to my Excel sheet, because I want to take notes. I want to make sure that everything is in order. Okay, let's go to the Excel sheet and okay, 1, 2, and 3. And there's a reason why we do this, because we want to make sure that we don't send the same email to the same company. You know, we don't want to do that because they have lots of duplicate listings, and we don't want to, you know, spam them or mess around. We just want to send one email and that's it. I think that now we are ready to send some emails, and I'll show you how to do it. It's quite simple. We just need to go back to the listening, and in order to send an email, you need to click get latest price or contact a supplier. If you click get latest price, you just ask about the quantity, or you know, you can choose different metrics and put some details here, or you can click contact suppliers and send your message here. It doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna tell how I do it. So I don't want to ask too many questions because it gets too complicated. I wanted to break down everything into short messages, and the first message could be like this: hi, my name is Ted. I live in, let's say, New York, United States, and I'm very interested in this particular GPS tracker. My question is, do you accept PayPal? That's it. And you just wait for a response. And if they do accept PayPal, you mark the company in green color on your Excel sheet. If they say we accept Western Union or any other service that I'm not comfortable to deal with, I will mark it in red and just skip it. Let's go back to Excel file and I will show how I do this in action. Just to make things more interesting, I will copy some company names to make it 10, right? Let's say the first company responded and they do accept PayPal. I will mark in green color. The second company responded and they said they don't want to deal with PayPal. We just use Western Union or something, or bank-to-bank transfer, but usually it's Western Union. And I will mark our companies in randomly. So the red color can mean two things: that the company hasn't responded yet and it's long overdue, and I sent a couple of email messages and I didn't receive anything back. Or it can mean that they don't accept PayPal, and we have a PayPal column here, and I will type yes and no. Sorry about that. Okay, no, 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 yes, yes. And here comments, and we can say haven't responded yet, sent 3 emails. And we can even set a date, and you can set a date here. Oh, and I forgot to do one thing. We want to have URL of each company. So let's say it's right here, just to make things easier. If we wanna go back and check, we'll have this information right here. Now we are set. As I already said, you don't want to ask too many questions. You want to ask about PayPal first, get an answer, and don't get frustrated if you haven't received an answer yet. Good response rate is close to 50%, meaning that at least half of the companies are not going to respond just because they are busy with something else. I don't know the reasons behind the low response rate, but that's usually the case. I get about 50%, sometimes less, sometimes 20%. But don't get frustrated, that's all you need. This is why you need to contact as many companies as you can, and the good number is 30, 40, or even 50. And I understand that sometimes the product is not that hot, like a GPS tracker, and you barely can find 10. But make sure you do the best you can and contact as many as you can. And also you don't want to go crazy with 100 or 200 companies. Something close to 50 is more than enough. Now we are ready for the next move, because we have PayPal column ready, company, URLs, everything is set. We have comments, and we want to ask about, let's say 100, not 10. And the next move is to ask about the product price with shipping included. So you need to send a message to the companies that responded, this, and this, and ask about the price. And you don't want to ask about just one unit. You have to be very specific and very consistent. So I would advise to ask about 100 units with shipping included to your location. And you don't need to provide address. Just make sure to include city and country. That's more than enough. And so the message should be like this. So the question is simple and straightforward. You want to ask about the price for 100 units with shipping included to your location. And you wait for a response. Let's say we waited a couple of days and now we have all the information necessary for filling this Excel sheet because all the companies responded. So the price for 100 units with shipping included is something like this. And now we need to divide by 100. Good. Good. I want to stop now and explain why do you need to do this. The main reason is that you can't trust the Alibaba site and the prices you see on the listings because it's just random. You can't trust them. It's not eBay. You can't click buy it now and buy the product. You have to contact the company. That's the main difference. And what companies do, what they usually do is they overcharge for shipping. Sometimes they say that the price for the product is lower, but when you want to order, you get a higher price because they want to overcharge for shipping. So what you want to do, to prevent yourself from such tragedy, you want to send a bunch of emails and contact as many suppliers as you can, asking the same question. Being consistent is very important, because when you ask about a specific number, you get specific results. And as you see, the price for one unit is 57, let's say 57, 46 and 33, and that's the best company. And that doesn't mean you have to order 100 units. We're just asking. Some of them are going to provide an invoice and push you to order, but you don't need to do that. You're just asking. And we just have a few examples here. I mean, few companies here, but if you have 30 or 50, it adds up, and you will have lots of data and you can analyze, and you'll see that some companies are just ridiculous. They overcharge a lot, and some are really cheap, and that doesn't mean lower quality. That just means they are cheaper because they are selling the same product. That's it. This is why you want to, make sure that you know the product, you know the model, and you are asking the same question and being consistent. Now let's get back to the Alibaba site. I want to show you one thing. I will close all the tabs right here. And we have two tabs called products and suppliers, and by clicking suppliers you'll get different results, meaning that you'll get all the suppliers that have GPS tracker. But as you see, let's take for example Koban. It looks like he has just one. Oh, and look, the response rate is 54. This one is 80. So as I said, usually it's around 50. Okay, anyway, Koban, it seems like he has just one, right? But if you go back, you'll find that he has lots of different GPS trackers. What I want to say is that you don't need to worry about all that, about all this assessed supplier or trade assurance or anything else. You just want to make sure that you use both tabs and contact as many suppliers as you can that have the same product you have in mind. That's it. Now, to wrap up, I want to say that I follow the same steps every time I am looking for a product. I don't do anything else. I just keep it simple. I go through the listings. I contact as many suppliers as I can. I ask about PayPal first, about 100 products or 50 products, but about big number second, with shipping included, of course. And I fill all the details on my Excel sheet. I analyze and I move forward. Now, when you have everything ready, you have all the answers, you want to start with a sample first. And don't go with just one, because you'll pay the same shipping price. I usually order 2 or 3 samples, I mean from the same supplier, because let's say I'm ordering GPS tracker and the shipping price will be around $25 or $30, and if I buy 3 or 2 units, I will pay the same shipping price, maybe just a little bit higher. So I usually go with 2 or 3, and this is how you go forward.